You're
Hello, friends. Bobby Joe Rumblemaker right here telling you about the opportunity of a lifetime. Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the crypto.
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent? He's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, but what doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished to stay, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so give him something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna
It's 11 o'clock. 11:02. Here we go. Sorry for the delay.
I thought I'd been hitting that like I thank you very much.
What a day, what a day. How's everybody doing? Strega is in the house. How we doing, Strega? Market's got a little bit of red going on today, but there's some green kind of mixed in there too. Some things doing okay. Gal is up to 2.7 cents there. Swee's up to 74 cents. Link over here, let's just drag him in the middle here. Ooh, we gotta clean out our screens here. Link's coming in at $7.16. A lot better from those $5 and $6 areas that we were kind of stuck in. Let's just go ahead and come over to the chart here. I'm on the 1 hour, kind of looking at what's going on with old Bitcoin. And as we've been discussing for the longest, we've been in this range. And I've kind of got it into this little zone all the way down to about 29,462 is what I've got. The latest dip that we had down went down to 29,680. Didn't quite make it down there, but it's safe enough to be in this little buy zone here that I think is a good place to get in on some longs, especially if you're trying to trade this range, which is about the only thing you can do with this boring price action. It is difficult to trade, especially if you get in somewhere in the middle. Probably the worst place to get in is somewhere in the middle. That's why I would only target these somewhere near these little bottom areas. But here on the 1 hour, things are looking a little top heavy. There's some good things, there's some bad things. The most notable bad thing that I see that would drive us probably down a little bit further, maybe down to 29.5, would be the 100 crossing the 200 here. But you know, our smaller moving averages has got a little bullish activity going on, so a little action going on the smaller time frames, although it's starting to lose some traction here. Sit on the 15-minute, we are under that 200 moving average and under the 100 moving average, and this is probably a time we'll just kind of fiddle-faddle around here and then climb down through this green Ichimoku cloud, and again touch these bottom areas over here. So maybe a possible short there, but you're kind of, you know, you're still in bottom kind of territory. Trying to short the bottoms is kind of like trying to long the tops. Not always the best look, doesn't always work out as well. But for some people, it's hard to get in that short move when you're up here at 31.6 after just a big pump. You think, oh, well, maybe it's got strength to break out. Maybe we'll go further. Always in retrospect, you can see that that was the perfect time to short. And wow, it would have been a quick, nice, good one right there. But here we are right now. How's it going, Strega? How's the market treating you, my man? Myself, I have been in some crazy longs and some crazy shorts, and I'm still bored with it. It bit me a couple of times there. But so far, so good. Had a nice little entry here, but I just got stopped out in profit because I can see that we're coming back down. I didn't want to write it down, so I just went ahead and stopped it out. But oh, I'd love to get that entry again. So Bitcoin. On the daily, our indicators are trying to make a little bit of a move up. We got a little bit of positivity coming in our way because this wick kind of hit a bottom area. Lots of buy pressure to push us up, and we kind of respected that on our daily candles. So things are looking very nicely that over the next day or two, possibly more upside here. Maybe a retest of this area, about 30,450. That is where our moving averages are hanging around right now. Not impossible to go above it, but we just got to see. 4 hour gives us a little bit more information for that wick, and definitely need to break above this non-moving average. We're trying to They're beating down on us right now, but there's some hope here. We got a green dot on market cipher, meaning our waves, our momentum, VWAP has crossed over the zero line. Is basically when we will see these a lot of times. Stochastics are going to the upside, so we got a little push up on the 4 hour, and that should play out on the smaller time frames. As far as I can see, getting us up is probably right here at 30,474, and there's a good chance that we may find some rejection there and come back and retest some area over here. So just kind of like this stuff, we can probably expect something really similar to what we saw over here over the next week. A few things that we do want to check out. Go take a look at synthetics. Get rid of some of my predictive squigglies. So if there's a chance to get synthetics at a better price, still got it down here at this little box between 212 and up to maybe 240. And it basically matches up with these moving averages, the 50, the 100, and the 200. Because we got rejected under these moving averages. And you hear me talk about moving averages a lot because they're very reliable. Currently under it, there's a chance, we can still come back down here. If we see the green cross the red one, the 9 cross the 21, price will be above it, and we're starting to do something else. But we've also got kind of, I'm not going to call it a head and shoulders pattern, but it could possibly turn into one. More like a flag, as a ascending triangle. Now these little guys have about about a 47% chance to break to the downside there. A little bit higher percentage to break to the upside. So we'll keep an eye on that little guy. Four-hour time frame says that price is getting ready to pop up on synthetics. Let's make this triangle just a little bit more elegante. But indicators look very juicy for this, where we may actually try to break out. We do have a target up here at 313. And as soon as I can find my little tool, we will check that percentage. Be a nice 20-21% move right there coming out of synthetics. I do have some higher targets that could possibly be into play if this is a very nice move. If this is more making like a bull flag, measure move would take us up into this area. I do have some Fibonacci targets there at $3.80. There's a measure move there when the moon boy moves, but it could happen. $4.09, and also a target at $4.11. For synthetics, if we get this breakout, and here's the thing, when we zoom out, always good to zoom out. I actually recommend starting from the zoom out and just zoom in. You get a better feel for what's going on. Possible inverted head and shoulders forming right here to give us a boost up. Also, ascending triangle, just what we looked at, has a 53% chance to break to the upside, which we're trying to do at the moment. It just hasn't successfully done it. It hasn't closed a candle out of here on the daily. Once we have that, we'll have a breakout. You need to see some volume happen to confirm that it's a valid breakout and not a fake out. And then we can start looking at these other areas. But I do have a main target just from this broader pattern that we've been in for well over a year to take us up to $5.30. And from this breakout area up to there, that is about enough to make a moon bag, a 95% return, just depending on where you buy in at. So, me like it synthetics. It is one that, I don't have a decent bag of it, but I'm kind of eyeballing it as a long-term hold idea. If you notice a little billboard over here in the right-hand corner at the bottom of the screen, that is an opportunity for 3 of you lucky people to win a free Tangem wallet. Do that. The rules of the thing are in the description below. It's pretty simple. You just kind of, there's 3 ways to win. Picking out random people in the comments. Basically, you just want to type some kind of comment in these live streams, in these live videos, in the comment sections. Mentions the word Tangem or wallet. Either one works for me. That way I know who to randomly pick out or who to randomly put into the pool to get a free wallet when we hit 1,000 subscribers here, which hopefully will not be too long. I don't know. I've been hanging around this 933 number for a little while. I find that my live streams don't really reel in as many subscribers as my videos. My videos bring in the subscribers. Live streams, I don't know. They just haven't caught on yet. But regardless, that's what we're doing right now. Striga says, I was seeing a bunch of red today. There was a bunch of red today. I felt a bunch of red today. 38 Unit, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, my man. Glad to have you here. We were just chilling out. We just got through checking out Bitcoin and now synthetics. And from here, I'm going to take a look at one that's kind of making some moves right now. It's called Wing. Now, to the best of my recollection, and I do need to check this out, I thought this was a Binance Smart Chain play. Either that or a Neo. Wing Finance, okay, that's the one I'm thinking about. I remember it being on Binance, where I was first exposed to it, and it made some good moves. Or it hit some good levels. Maximum supply is 5 million, total supply is 4.5 million, circulating supply is 3.4 million, $16 million market cap at the moment. Just click this thing over to max and you can kind of see what it did. Has been up around $100. Got up, what was that, about 60, almost $70, $68, $70. This little spike here got us up to about 42. All-time high was $249. All-time low was a year ago when it was about $2. Currently trading $4.69. And I remember this little guy. And I know he can be a little bit slow sometimes, but he does make some impressionable numbers just off the bat. So I got my eye on him. There was the 257 mark that we have not revisited. Where we are now lines up with this wick right over here. I'm going to tackle that little guy. That's important. We've not really conquered that. It seems to be in accumulation, and I see kind of a rounding structure forming here. So this will probably carry on for a little while. That's what I kind of see here. This may be one to consider for maybe a longer term hold, but I mean, this kind of idea can play out for a while. I think it would be a stretch to call that an Adam and Eve bottom, but look at that big spike. We were down in these areas before about $6. This was last year, just around this time. Spiked up to 65. And that would have been a wild ride being in. That would have been cool. If it has something like that coming on again, I have no idea. What I see right now is this has got a little bit of struggle to regain these indicators that is on. This one I'm just going to write off in accumulation mode. I just noticed it was up, thought it was something to look at. It is one of my least trusted patterns. the symmetrical triangle, because they're highly unreliable. Stricker says he's seen a lot of people trying to stir up PEPE again. I haven't looked at PEPE in a few days. Let's check it out. We do have a trade set up for that, right? Oh, good Lord, I don't even know. When was this? I'm over here somewhere. Is that my line or is that price? Okay, clearly. Excuse me. All right, let's take a fresh look at this guy. Geez, baby. This is what the MXC chart. Ooh, didn't quite make it down to this 886 area. Getting rejected off the 618 right now is where we're having some trouble out of PEPE. Dangerously close to breaking market structure here, but ooh, look at that little green sliver cloud there in this big, thick Ichimoku cloud. That's actually kind of bullish to me. I would say that we are in a rising channel. We got a little struggle going on with our moving averages over here, so I want to take a look at that and pull up our indicators here. Well, moving averages say it is a struggle, and there's several different things that you could see here. It does look like it may have a potential head and shoulders pattern there. Let's check that out on the 4 hour. Now the shoulder is higher than this one, and it doesn't invalidate it, but it doesn't make me all that crazy about it. Let's get rid of this trend line here and just kind of focus on the more subtle nuances here. Now this is the overall trend line, and it has cut us a little slack on this smaller time frame. So actually we're far from that. I'm looking more at this pattern right here, this rise and broadening pattern. 52% chance that it breaks to the downside, and it is trying to make that head and shoulders look right, but notice this. See that gap right there? It has not come down to complete this neckline. I see this a lot when they fake this pattern out. So it did find support here. Let's see what that comes up to in our fibs. Probably an 886 or 786, an 886 level right there. We found support. To me, I'm taking that as a good sign that this one's got some more upside. Just looking at the indicators to make sure I'm not missing something here. A lot of our indicators are indicating that as well down here, that they're getting ready to move to the upside. We're above the 9, so that's good. Struggling with the 50, and we got to work through all these indicators right here. We got to kind of get above. What is that? That's 5 zeros there. Okay, 1619 or 16199. That's what we got on TradingView. But I would not be surprised to actually see this one break to the upside instead of getting bearish here. Unless it does drop a leg and actually makes a touch on this trend line, and that could happen with this 200 moving average. It looks like it's trying to fake out though. But if it does that, then we would have a possible completed head and shoulders and then be coming to the downside. personally I'm calling up. And this particular move, since it was respected our fib so well, should actually respect these areas pretty well too. So for PEPE, I can get this color changed here. $19,927 and $25,208. I think could be on the table for here. Nonetheless, $18,834 would be. That'd be a 18% ROI. And this first target at 19.8 would be at 24, and the 2571 would be at almost 30% increase. Throw that in a perp trade and might have some interesting results there. Again, it all depends on this 200 movement average on this 4 hour right here. Definitely want to stay above it. Any move below means we're coming back down to these fun areas, and that might make for a fun short. Moving on now to one called Combo. COMBO. I used to like the pizza combos myself. Pizza flavored. I assume they still make combos. It's a little pretzel stack with some kind of filling on the inside of it here in America. Very deep, very extended falling wedge, and we got all of our interesting. So let's take a look at what's going on here, because we're kind of facing the same situation in a bigger pattern with Bitcoin. How the moving averages came up and the other ones came up to meet it. They started entwining and having this big kind of, it's just like a slimy snake orgy is what it looks like. They just slither all over each other. And when the 100 got up here, they couldn't sustain it and dipped to the downside until finally our 200 got up there and we lost the 200. I'm watching this very closely on Bitcoin because that could happen. Actually, this one is not as bad as I was anticipating. A lot of times when you see this happen, there's a big drop. This one's making it just a little bit slow and painful, I guess. So now we got all of our moving averages just flip-flop. That is a total reversal on this little guy. Still, this pattern does have a chance to break to the upside. 70% chance it can break to the upside. Now we got to just flip all these indicators right back in order again. So that just sounds like a job to me on this one, because at the moment they're not wanting to cooperate. It's got some signs on the indicator saying it's going to get a bump up. I don't know if that's going to straighten out our moving averages. Still very bearish in my personal opinion here. As fun as this one might be to play, and should break to the upside, as most of the time these do, but when they do not, they go parabolically down to the downside, which I could totally see that playing out right here on this one. So you would have to trade this one at your own risk. I'm not seeing this one as a good potential for a trade. I see this one a little bit risky, even though it's in a very good pattern. But it is educational just to take a look at kind of what happens when these moving averages do come up and start playing with each other and intertwining, and price doesn't go to the upside. It just keeps going sideways, because we are seeing that same thing happen right now on Bitcoin right here. Same thing happening right there, and just like that one, when the 100 got up here, we actually got some pump ups to the upside, but now we're below them all, and now we're waiting on. Let me get to a chart that doesn't have a bunch of junkety junk on it. So now all of our moving averages are below the 100, and we did spike down to this 200. Now that's good. That's where we got a little up thrust right now. which has been beneficial, but will it stick? That's the question. Because as this one starts coming up, we saw what had the potential to happen on combo just now. Prices come down. So in my experience when I've seen these, this is when this situation happens, it's one of two things. It's either a really powerful move to the upside, or it's usually a pretty strong move to the downside. And I have no idea how to predict it. That secret has not been revealed to me. It just makes it up. That one just comes up to where all these little guys are, and it's just a good opportunity for them all to cross bearish. It's a very good opportunity for that to happen, and it looks like that's what they want to try to do. But it's also a good opportunity if it's bullish. They just bounce right off, and it's crazy upside. I just lean more to seeing these play to the downside, though. So that makes me want to zoom out just a little bit. Indicators on that time frame look good, though, like for a move to the upside. But in these times, I just want to zoom out a little bit. Look at the bigger picture. Do have some bearish divergence that would confer with that theory. We may get a dip down here. Now, I think as I mentioned last night, and it does have a triple top scenario there. I mean, even if we do come down to 28.8, and that's kind of the number that I'm guessing. If we start coming down, that's where I'm targeting. It's still in a very bullish realm. We're not hurting bad yet. We got a chance to still recover and go up even higher. So that doesn't knock us out of the game in Bitcoin if we come down to 28.8. It actually kind of makes it stronger in a way. But there's starting to be more and more signs that may be the play that we see, or maybe not. Our 50 moving average still has not made it up there on the daily time frame. However, on the smaller time frames, it already has. So just something to watch, be mindful of. What I really want to see is price get above that 9 moving average on the 4 hour. Price get above 3,538 in that area on Bitcoin. And that would help us all greatly, I believe. Take a quick look at total 3. Here on the 4 hour, I think we're doing just fine. Maybe getting set up for the same thing. Seems like the same thing when we're flagging out. It's a good chance for all these indicators just to kind of pop up to the same area there. So it'll be interesting to watch there, but overall, when we zoomed out of this, it was looking very bullish, and it looks bullish now on the 4 hour. So altcoins might see a little bit of relief here over the next few hours. And tomorrow, I kind of think, just from what I see here, we might have a good chance of having a good trading day. It looks set up for some possible pumps tomorrow. So what's going to pump? Well, we just have to look at the charts and see. And if you guys have one you want me to check out, I'll be happy to do that. Otherwise, I'm just throwing some up here that I looking for that trade. We got stacks in the falling wedge, so I like that. On the 4 hour chart, I like to check that. This is where I determine if a coin is bullish or bearish, if it's above or below that 200 yellow moving average that I have there. And currently we're below it. It's got signs that it wants to try to fix it, but the 100's already crossed it too, so that's going to throw a kink in those plans. So this is probably not the one that's going to pop off in the next few days. This one's still got some sideways issues to work out. It's got to talk with its therapist for a few days and figure out which direction it wants to go with its life. It's up, it just doesn't realize it yet. It's just feeling kind of a little bit down in the dumps. Got dumped by his girlfriend right up here. Give some time to recover, do a little grief recovery, and stacks will be just fine. It may hit about 60 cents. If it does, that's a good place to buy it. But when it does break out to the upside, I am expecting a good move. A couple of different ones to look at. Right there is one that would take us up to about 97 cents. Let's stick with that one for now. Pulling a little Fibonacci magic, I do see we got some confidence right there at that negative 2.7. It's one of my little cheat sheets that I use. Pulling the fig the other way, we also see we got some more confidence right up in that same little zone, a 1.272 zone. Alright, okay with that one. Another good area to potentially take profits would be here at 77 cents. And also at 82 cents. Might as well go ahead and target that one there. So when Stacks does finally break out of this pattern, and for those of you guys that don't know, shallow ones like this tend to do a little bit better than the real steep ones, so we've got that going for us. They can go 75% of the way to the apex. Now, we don't even have the apex drawn on here. So taking that from the extreme, $75% of the way in would be about right here, and this is coming in. What's the date on that? July 28th. Today's the 17th. I mean, we could have another week of this just kind of down and sideways as it continues in this pattern. And with this 100 crossing the 200 that way, possibly could be happening. Good area to pick this little guy up would be here at 55 cents, should that happen. Not saying that it will. It is not definite. We are finding support here at the 618. That's also a good sign. Now, for the bullish hopium, which may not be hopium at all, because there is something called a partial decline, where price will come down, it'll go back up, it'll come back down, but it won't go further. It'll still stay here, like in these following patterns. We could be seeing that. It's just those moving averages crossing right there. Just saying, there's going to be a lot of sell pressure right there. So all I was on, it is possible to break out from here, but if you don't see that, if we see us losing this area at 62.5 cents, look for 55. That was a great place, in my personal opinion, to buy stacks, maybe even down to 51, but I don't really foresee that. I'm going to take a quick look at Ocean Protocol. Well, that looks very positive, doesn't it? It's still got the green light to go today for some more upside. Stochastics, let's take a look at this. It's very interesting. Stochastics have come down, and they're already turning to the upside. Momentum wave flipped on us, going to the upside again now. Green dot there. Things looking good. Money flow is in the red, but it looks like it's going to just flip back up here shortly. Probably get a little idea if we come down to a smaller time frame. Not even in the red, still in the greens. Smaller time frame looks a little bit cooked, so maybe get a little bit of a retest down to this 9 moving average. Maybe get lucky to the 21 or maybe to the 50. That's about the only way I think you're going to be able to catch the Ocean. It looks like it's just going to be on a little tear. I'm going to go back to the 4 hour. Just to take a little bit of a look here. You can see that curving that's going on right there. And even on this trend line, part of that curving is showing the apparent desire for this coin to go parabolic. It has already flipped this area from support or from resistance into support, meaning that this is probably your best place to buy it at 39.5 cents. Because if we lose this support, down we go. No more fun. So for anyone trying to play this off, one of the rare occasions that we would buy a top be to buy this zone here. And we will call that a buy or retest. Let's continue to zoom out here just a little bit. Do have a trend line going there that can help us predict possible price targets. See how she lines up nice there, and it also spells out the bigger channel that we are in. With this various subdivisions, and right there's our hiccup area. Right here, we're having trouble getting above that. Look how nice these angles play out. That's why I pay attention to these angles. Because it's really like a big, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a web, but like a big old chain link fence with little rows of crisscrosses. Right there's one of them crisscrosses. Right there's the other crisscross. And over here somewhere is the other one. And it just makes this big old net, man. That's crazy. But it looks to be heading to the top of this. And let's forecast where, shall we? And I believe it's going right up here to the very top of it. Take it a few days. Let's predict a day that it'll get there. You want to? Just so we can come back and call me a dumbass. If nothing else. I'm going to put a vertical line there. I'll take that challenge. Because if I get it right, doesn't mean I can never do it again. So, hey, it's just, And I will say 48 cents, right at 49 cents. Looks like a good projection right there. It is a 272. And we could venture to say even at 51, that kind of gets above our little box there, you know. But, you know, it could wick up there. That would be bullish. Ocean, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. I'm really not, I don't think I have any of this at all now. I'll get rid of my baby bag at KuCoin. The resistance area right here, we're going to have to break above. That's not going to be fun for it. It will have a hiccup there. That's going to come in, where is this? Right at, just right under 43 cents. So we're going to have a hiccup there. This is also part of a bigger pattern. When you zoom out of a sideways channel. So for it to pull this move off would be breaking out of the sideways channel, which would also give you another measured move, basically identifying the next range that it would be in right here. And of course, this one more than likely will have that same slant to it. Horizontal line is probably not the best. Let's undo that. Not that. Let's make a copy of this little guy. Control, hit that. Oh, I want to drag it out without really ruining that angle. I don't like that. But it's not up at the thingy thing. I'm gonna have to pay attention to this guy here. But this is where in the future guesstimation and hopefully make a note to look back at this thing on Saturday the 22nd to see if we actually hit that target. It doesn't mean at all that it will. We were just playing a game. But it's got potential to actually do that. Let's see if this TA plays out. Strega says that pond is trying to come back up. It looked rough last night, didn't it? Oh, it caught support, huh? There, huh? Respecting the trend line. Cool. Good sign. Stochastics are kind of burnt on the 4 hour there. Not burnt yet, but they're headed up. They're getting more mileage than the price is getting more mileage, so therefore we're not getting much of a jump there. It's struggling with that with this orange area I got here, 0.008278. Really struggling there in that 21 moving average, huh? And that's also a support resistance area for right here. Kind of over here, but it's already got support at that one. So we're cool with that. We just got to get above that one. It does look like it's trying. Let's jump up on the daily. Daily indicators. It is respecting that trend line. We've got that going for us. We're in the middle of a green cloud, or a red cloud. Popped out, came back into it. That's never fun. It turned red over here on the end. I don't like that so much. Ooh, I would say it's still got his work cut out for it. What I'm seeing, this 9 getting rejected utterly. Just, she threw up the hand and said, don't you even. He just tucks his tail between his leg and just started running down. So that's gonna hurt. He's gonna be crying a lot, trying to figure it out. Why don't she love me? Why does she do that? We're gonna have to work through some trauma here before we get enough courage to come back up and confront her again. I was like, what you did was not very nice. So I gotta see it get above this orange line. Gotta see it flip that support before I can believe it. And it's trying. It just ain't convinced me on this lower time, on this 4 hour yet. It is above the 9 though. That's good. It's got support there. That's showing me signs it's got potential to do it. Just gotta see it do it. Clouds getting thick, so there are some good signs here on the 4 hour that's what it's getting ready to attempt to do. This is kind of a curving. This is kind of an accumulation, really. I mean, this is not a falling wedge. But we definitely got that curving inside and out there. So I think it's just accumulation, man. I think they may be wanting down at these prices for a little bit, under a penny until they can get it. And tapping these levels up here about 1.1 cent. Well, I mean, that's where it's going to end up going, is at the top of the pattern up here, 38% move. So yeah, it is trying to make some moves there. Just having a little bit of a hard time. We're gonna try out, I think it's called likes. LYX. Oh, we're not on MXC, really? Okay then. Where are you? Or if you're not on MXC, Lusco, where are you at? Lusco, you're on Gate.io, BitCub, I don't even know what that is. Into the block, whatever. PointX, Uniswap, and let's take a look at this one. Taking a look on the daily. Do we have anything just astounding going on here? I'm not impressed. I am seeing a bearish pattern that it's in danger of breaking. Recently coming down to these levels at $7. I am not seeing anything. I think it was green on some of the things I've seen, and I'm not seeing anything here that's nothing here that makes me want to jump in on this or see a trading opportunity at the moment, unless you want to short it down to the bottom. There's nothing juicy here. All right, so that one, yeah, I won't even put that in the timestamps. We'll just skip past that one. Unadventurous. Check out Mask. Hey, there's Grizz. How's it going, Grizz? And Mask. I guess we'll look at the Binance chart there. Ooh, what are you doing, Mask? What happened to you? You're not looking so hot. You broke market structure, Mask. You're trying to do a bearish retest, and it is bearish because that 100 is going to cross that 200. Oh, not getting good vibes from Mask at the moment. It has found support at the 618 area, but I don't think it's going to keep it though. Not after losing this major trend line right there. So we've got a couple scenarios, and we're seeing this happen more and more as things start to get a little bit bullish. When they lose a level, we're starting to see them kind of ride underneath it before getting pullbacks, and maybe starting on another level. It's like they're taking. Trying to get this channel drawn as well as I can here, but let's just guesstimate it. So it's kind of like in a channel, right? And it's kind of like they just break a level, and then they trade that level, but still go up, and then maybe they break down on that level. And then you got another level, it drops down, but yet it's still going up. That kind of thing of an accumulation. We may be seeing something like that work out. Just have to keep an eye on this one. Great if it holds this area at 341 and above, but drop below it 236, maybe even down to 146, which I would be cool with as an accumulator. I like it. So do not know if it will hit this area or not. I think it has a good chance to do it, what I'm seeing with the bearish retest idea. And with our moving averages there, definitely could see it do something like that and then lose this and then start working our way down here. The old down and sideways after a nice move up there. So I would not put that into my banger category, getting ready to just do something really impressive at the moment. We need to find something that will just, I don't know, make it rain. So we can stack our Bitcoin, or I don't know, just have a cash explosion. And so far, I just have not found that trade setup tonight. There were a couple of interesting ones. Striker says you got to have patience. Oh, it will come. Let's check out Wilder World. We'll go with the trading view chart here. On the daily Wilder view, I do kind of like this. I like the formation we got there. So just a nice rising channel that we're in until we are not. Seems to be respecting it. Do you have the same things we were looking at on just those? Was it Mask or was it the one before it? So we got the 100 crossing the 200 there. Not liking that. Some good chance to come back down to these areas. So could see another wick down here, another candle down here, maybe a 20% drop. As these moving averages kind of shift there. I will say the 50 is still over the 200. I find that interesting. One of the Bitcoin time frames was like that, is like that right now. That was trading right before the stream. I think the 1 minute, kind of confusing. But overall, the downward pressure is to the downside. We got rejected, so we're coming down a while. So you're not the one that's going to blast off for me either, are you? But actually, I got very little of this, so it may be one I might want to consider accumulating. Should we get back down to this little zone here? I like it. I do like it around 25 cents, 25 to 28 cents. I think that's a good level to try to accumulate it. Lowest it got was about 16. That was last year. In November, we got down to about 18. Hung around 21 a lot. And if we can get close to that, I think it's a good place to pick this up for a long-term hold. I'm not sure what the tokenomics are on this, though. But it is like, I think it's a metaverse play. Metaverse kind of gaming thing. $500 million maximum supply. Cool. Quarter of a billion in circulation. 83 million market cap. That's doable. She got up there $7 and something. So considering where we are, it got up to $7.44. So seeing it here at 33 cents. Yeah. I think it's one to put on your radar. And it looks like there might be a little juicy opportunity down here at the bottom of this trend line again. Chris says, I've been wondering with all the reg talk and intrusive measures by governments if privacy coins might be a narrative in the next bull market. What do you think? They've always got that edge, but the government's just going to make them hard to have access to them, though. That's the only thing about it. So I think I can't swear to Thorchain being on that. For some reason, I think that they're kind of privacy oriented too, on some aspect, and they have their own DEX between chains. Something like that's an option. Decred has its own exchange, and it's considered a privacy coin. Monero I'm not as familiar with. I don't know. There'll always be a use for that, and I'm for it. It's just as far as for trades go, man, they just move horrible. And you always find them being delisted from exchanges, which lowers the liquidity going into them. So those are the drawbacks, but they still move. And I don't think it's a bad idea to have exposure. I don't know that I would count on it as being a major play, though. I've never seen them really take off as a major play. They do good, but they're definitely faster horses, and just because they don't make it easy for it. I'm gonna come over here to KuCoin, not KuCoin, MixC. Not allowed on KuCoin anymore. Let's get some of the graphics out of the way there so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Just got my little watch list over here, and it's probably not even the most up-to-date list that they got. Just kind of toggle through here. There we go. flickering through these guys. These are the ones that are moving. This one's above the 200 currently. Could easily go down below it. This is quartz. Definitely a small cap coin. Tell that by the price action. Interesting though. Possibility to get about 50 to 60% returns in this. I would say right here would be a perfect area to put a limit order in, and that's right at 50% return. That shit will pop off at some point and possibly get in at these moving averages on a retest of that. This is the 4 hour. I can see the appeal for a degen. Throw some in, just set a limit order, and just wait for the payday. Because it seems to like to do that quite a bit, even at some of these other levels here. So I would say this one would be a good area right here too. And that's a 37% return. Interesting. Okay, quartz, maybe. Oh, you're in some deep accumulation, Thunder Brawl. Maybe there's some hope for you, but it's not today. OLE's doing something. I don't even know what this is. Open leverage. Seems like these DEX concepts with perpetuals and things like that are getting a little bit of a narrative right now. Rising channel kind of at the top, but look, we're above the 200 now. Retest it. Did a retest of it, and looks like... Are you getting ready to do something big? I think that's interesting. I think ultimately we're kind of in like this some kind of symmetrical triangle there. We're the bigger picture is a rising channel, so I mean that's the one that holds the weight. However, it looks like it's trying to break out now. That's kind of, I can see that getting support here on the 200. If it does, this one could go really bullish really quick. So, I don't know. Maybe one to look at. I mean, parabolic craziness. If it pulls this move off, it's going to do something big. I mean, we're looking at coming up to these areas at 1.5 cents, and we're at 0.01. That's like a no. Let's measure that one out. See what we got. 21% move. Possibly appear to 6. Whoa, what happened here? Well, since we got our indicators, let's pull them up and see what they say, because it's looking bullish. Price action. Indicators like it too. Money flow starting to come up. This one may be getting ready to break out. Interesting. Let's come down to a smaller time frame. See what we got going on. 15-minute might be a good indicator here. Just, oh, it's fighting with it, but it's staying above that 9. Look at that, just flattened out. There's all that sell pressure right there. Signs here look good too. So far we got 50 cross below the 200 and then pop back in, so it gave us another buy signal right there. 15-minute looks toppy. It may get rejected here, according to this. Interesting. It'd be one worth keeping an eye on. If it breaks that level, retest it. The bigger time frame, 1 hour says it wants to. 15-minute look kind of bad, but the 1 hour and above, they look kind of hot. There might be a trade there. That might be one we're looking for. So what I'm seeing is a breakout of this, a retest, and then we come up, and that would be your safe entry on that, because it could just wick like it did over here and then just come right back down. We want to see a candle close above it and then retest retest this area. A candle close if nothing else. But if that happens, big move, maybe even bigger up past this target that I have there. So interesting. Okay, that one was worth looking at. Chris says KuCoin Futures platform. KuCoin's futures platform wasn't very user friendly anyhow. No, it wasn't. Not on the now on the phone app. I like that. Okay, I got used to that. But trying to use a browser on it, no. Trying to use it here on the live streams, I hated it. And I won't miss them too much. They did have some low cap gems though. Yeah, they did. How is Sweet looking to me? I noticed that it was up a little bit today. Oh, Sweet's looking good. I mean, it's a little toppy right now on the 4 hour. She's ready to rock though. Should get a retest of this 200. So if I can quit drawing and actually move this where I'm seriously. So this one's set up to run. Just the cloud saying that alone. Moving averages are getting ready to, and we haven't even got our golden cross there yet. So it should come back down here. I mean, we got our fibs to look at on that move too to kind of help us out. 618's coming right. Okay, perfect. Got all the confluence right here that this is an awesome buy zone. And what is that? Right, somewhere around 70 cents. Even where, oh, there's my alarm. From 70 to just right under 72 cents, man. Currently sitting at 75. We got definitely have inverted head and shoulders that got completed. So a retest of that, 64% chance it will come back to do that. So got lots of confluence that it is coming back, although that neckline is higher than my buy zone. So I guess technically we should extend that up just to be on the safe side. Although I think it will wick down through here. So let's just say from 70 to 73 cents is not bad. We should start seeing that. And then it's going to move. And just the measured move from this pattern by itself gets us up to our 2.7 area for confluence. Perfect. Cannot beat that. I don't know whether it's really red or to paint it blue. Since it is both, I think I will go with blue. And you know, at this point, it's worth just go ahead and noting that 618 on that. It may be that strong of a move. So actually, I'm liking this. I'm surprised. I wasn't really big into this one. Put a little devil's advocate here. We made it past that, but that does have confluence. That's more confluence to retest in this zone here. Finding support there. Our exit. We got that. I got that. There's more confluence for this area. 83 cents. Here and there. Look at that. So close. I'm just off a little bit. I think that was the angle right there. So if that be correct, it could even see 97 cents out of this little guy. I mean, that's long off, but there's other confluence for that too. In the short term, see, that's 12%, 15% up here to this other target, 18%. And then later on down the line, 33%, because we'll probably do some sideways stuff up through here, range trade or something before bumping up further. But the inverted head and shoulder, that looks good to me. It's Adam and Eve playing out. That hasn't been confirmed yet, but if that does work, price is basically going to move up here, make a pointy, and then make a C cup, and either it will get rejected and come back down and could possibly make another bowl, or flag down here, or hopefully flag out at the top of it. That's what we want to see, is hold this area. That would be the strongest. So I see 86 to 88 cents definitely coming, and a good drop back down to about 73 cents before it does that. Let's just move this guy down here too. That did not work. All right, let's play your way. Oh, no problem, man. I like what I see there. I just have no exposure to it, but great sign we're above that 4 hour. As long as we keep that, we're golden. Let's take a look at Casper. Oh, Casper, you moving again, baby? You still on that big trip there, a parabolic move. It's going parabolic. What have we? Do we have waves here? Can we count waves? Is that a one? That's an ugly wave. We got a one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. That counts right there, man. Was that your 5? Does that mean you're doing an ABC now? Well, if we follow Elliott wave, and this one's valid, I mean, our 1 and our 4 don't cross. I could be more impressed with that 3 wave, but they look more like equal segments, though. If we're doing parabolic, I think we're doing steps. So, I'm definitely finding some resistance right there. So, interesting. Just looking at the waves, because normally after they do a 5, we'll do A, B, C correction, and then whatever. So just putting that on the back burner. By the normal way I look at these, a very good possibility that there could be a much bigger step, and this one would be one of the bigger moves, which would make sense with it breaking out to the bullish side of this bearish pattern, going parabolic, which is trying to do right now. I think we're looking at 43 cents. I got a measured move here to the point, not 43 cents, 4.3 cents, but I do have a measured move. We did meet the first one I had. Hey, it wicked right to it at 3.46 cents. Got another one at 3.9 cents, and I think it's going to hit it. I think we're looking at 4.3 cents, maybe up. How reasonable is this one over here? Oh. We'll have to see about those. That's jumping the gun a bit, but I think 4.3 cents is... I'm looking for the possibility to happen. Let's see what our indicators are saying. Daily's a little toppy, but we also got money flow. So stochastics can get toppy, but this momentum wave is also a little bit toppy. But it could also do this red light, green light kind of thing. Money flow is the biggest thing to look here, and then VWAP, which is coming down. So, oh, watch this one closely. I think it's hopium right now for me to... And I've got a buy zone here. Did I see this before, or did I just put that there? Because I don't remember drawing that. It'd be buying the retest of this area. I think we looked at this before. Must have. I must have been looking at this idea before. I don't know. Ichimoku Cloud looks very promising, but there's some bearish divergence, man. I'm looking at a good possibility. It should, by all means, it should get rejected here and come down. That's what it's supposed to do. I'm just trying to figure out if it's got other plans. A lot of these smaller time indicators are saying that's probably what's going to happen. It's probably going to get rejected here. But there is that chance, and you won't know it until we actually break above this 618. Break above this, getting this buy zone retested, and we hang around this area instead of down under on the other side of this line. It's going up crazy. So that's just what I keep my eye on. because it's got a chance to do it. It does, but it should come down. It's a normal thing that would happen in this situation, and I don't think that helps anybody. just look for it to do something unexpected, and if it does, ride that thing. And if it does a normal thing, then short it and buy it when it's cheaper. I think we looked at this last night because I think I looked at LFG. Did we look at that? Maybe we didn't because I don't see a good chart here. LFG Gamers. I think we did. That sounds familiar. I've got no. I do have lines on it. Okay. Oh, look, we hit a target. Well, that target's been breached, so we're looking at 0.002648 and then maybe 0.003. This one still looks like it got a lot of juice in the tank, a lot of gas in the tank. Rising channel at the moment. Respecting that very well. And it will be in that channel until it isn't. Just keep riding it. Ichimoku Cloud says maybe what it does. Daily time frames getting a little spent here, playing some red light, green light, red dot, green dot here on the wavetable. Prices going up, stochastics coming down. That's some bearish divergence, but we got money flow coming in. So expect a pullback. More than likely to this 50 moving average, but still, it just looks like it's just going to keep going in this channel. Interesting. Misa like it. All right, guys, the time is now 12:14. I'm going to go ahead and call the stream. I appreciate you guys for showing up and hanging out with me tonight, participating, helping my channel grow just by being here, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the support.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
And I will be targeting this time again tomorrow night. See, it's Thursday yet? Because it sure feels like Thursday. It's Tuesday. My days are Tuesday and Thursday. It's only 2 days of the week that I have, seems like. Guys, I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks for being here. Trade carefully and go kill it, man. Make that life-changing money. Have a good one. God bless you all. And be thankful. Be grateful for what you got.
Come on, come here, boy.
And all the blessings that God's given you.
Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. If you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade out of the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was about your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Sure you like my vibe, pass my candy on my wrist. Bad habits, little rabbit. Now sit down, you can have it.